Just because you wrote it does not mean people are going to come read it. Find out how, when, and where to share your blog posts. Hey there, I'm Abby Herman with Right Solutions. I work with service-based business owners to help them create and implement the content that they need to get their business noticed online so they can continue to grow. This channel offers tips and tricks to help you do just that all on your own. I don't care if you are just starting out with your content marketing or if you have been in business and been creating content for years. You have to share your content if you want it to get noticed. Can I say that again? You have to share your content in multiple places and often if you want it to get noticed. But Abby, how can I share the content without being annoying? Why am I sharing something more than once? That's probably what you're asking, right? Sharing your content on multiple platforms is not overkill as long as you do it strategically. Let me tell you how. First, when a blog post, or you can even use this for YouTube videos, when a piece of content goes live, make sure you share it on all of your platforms. So whatever platforms you are active on, make sure that it's there. And here is a huge tip. Make sure that when you are sharing that content, that you are customizing the caption for each piece of content. For example, if you are active on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, you have different people who are following you in different places for different reasons. So Instagram is a really good place to share a story about your content, or maybe you pull a story out of the content that you created. Facebook needs to be pretty straightforward and to the point and should not tell people to read the blog post below, because that's a trigger for Facebook that you are trying to send people to an outside source. So you want Facebook to think that you're trying to keep people on your page. LinkedIn is more straightforward and business-like. Tailor your message for each of those platforms. Next, I want to make sure that you link your whatever content that you're creating, whether it's a blog post or a video, or maybe it's a Facebook Live. Make sure that you're including that in your regular nurturing email each week. And yes, I did say nurturing email each week. Make sure that you're emailing your audience every week, or at the very least every other week. You need to stay in front of your audience. When you link to that content, don't simply create a list of the posts that you've created over the last week. Instead, integrate it into the actual text of the email that you are sending. So it's more natural and it flows more naturally, and you are piquing people's interest by including text around those links. When you are sharing your content on social media, always include a visual, some sort of graphic to go with it. That could be a branded photo, it could be the featured image, but make sure that it is the correct size for each of the platforms that you're sharing on. After you share the content the first time, make sure you have in your social media calendar to share that content again. Now, I don't recommend resharing it 1 week in advance or 1 month in advance. Instead, pick an odd number of days so all of your content doesn't come out on the same day, if that makes sense. So I like to share it again 17 days from now or 34 days from now. Make sure that you are resharing that content. You can do this in a couple of different ways. So I use CoSchedule for my social media scheduling, and I can actually share that blog post. I can create that additional share right there in the back end of my blog post. So I do that, and I also use a plugin on my website to retweet my content 5 times a day. So I have about 200 blog posts. So this plugin will choose 5 different blog posts to retweet on a regular basis every single day. So even though I'm not super active on Twitter, I'm not active at all, I am still sharing content there regularly because I know I have audience members there. Other ways to reshare the same blog post is to create a new image or use a different photo and share it again on the same platform. You can pull out a bullet point from your blog post. You can take a different direction with your caption, but make sure that you're resharing on a regular basis. Tools like Edgar and CoSchedule have the option for you to reshare content on a regular basis automatically. Just make sure when you're doing this that you have enough content that is coming out on the different social platforms, that you're not only posting your blog posts over and over again. Make sure you have other content in between those reshares. One of the goals of your content marketing should be to educate your audience. So when somebody asks you a question and you have a blog post about it, share the blog post instead of typing out a new answer to the question. So you are driving people to your blog post and your website, and you're also saving yourself time because you do not have to answer the same question more than once because you've already answered it in depth in a blog post or maybe a tutorial video. And finally, a way to share your content in a totally different way is to take your blog posts or your videos or even your Instagram posts and create a slide share on LinkedIn with this information. It allows you to target a new audience with the same content that you've already created and generate interest in your blog post or video that way. Just be sure that you are sharing your content regularly. People will not know that you publish your blog posts every other Tuesday or that you have a new video every Monday. They're not just going to know that because they're busy. So give them the links that they need so that they can find your content and learn from them. Let me know if you have any questions at all down in the comments below, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.